how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off.
What up, y'all? We're starting a little late. That's okay. I had technical difficulties. StreamYard was giving me problems today. But it's Friday, y'all, and the juice is full, and we are here on the Great Joy Hunt. As per always, I'm Andrew Defy, a.k.a. the Gorilla Poet Laureate, a.k.a. the Hoodie God, a.k.a. Spittin' Quarantino, a.k.a. I wear my sunglasses indoors because my eyes are as sensitive as my heart is, y'all. And since it's Friday, I'm just gonna play some things for you. You know what I mean? I've been talking at you all week. I've been doing a lot of research, so I wanted to share some things. So this episode is called Nipsey, the Dalai Lama, and George Lucas. Why? Because we're gonna hear from all three. That's a weird dinner table. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna hear from all three of them, and then maybe we'll hunt some joy, y'all. You never know. So yeah, let's start out like we always do. What's your number, y'all?
This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off.
I'm at a Friday 9, you know what I mean, for myself. Got out of bed feeling really good. The juice is fantastic. The sun is shining out here today. I had a little bit of issues with StreamYard this morning, but the technology is what it is. So that's where I'm at. We do this every day. If you're new here, if you're just joining us for the first time, if you catch this later on in the day and you're like, what is he doing asking for my number? Why does he need my number? Is he gonna call me at all hours of night? No, I'm not. And we ain't even talking about that phone number, y'all. We're talking about your joy number, your own personal joy index. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10, on a scale of yellow to green? I don't know. I don't make your scale up, and I don't need you to necessarily answer in the comments. You can if you want to. But where are you at? It's about taking stock of where you start the day and then taking stock of where you end the day and where you are throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? So, we just do a little quick check-in every morning for how you feeling, where your number is at for the day. You know what I mean? So I'm at about a 9. I'll be to a 10 by the time this juice is done and by the time we hear from our other 2 speakers today. And I think we're just gonna get into it, y'all. This is the Great Joy Hint, and I'm gonna play a couple of other folks that I've been sitting with over the last week or so, because the question came up this week of what joy actually is. Right? How do you define joy? What's the difference between joy and happiness? So I've been digging a lot to figure out what my definition of joy is. I appreciate everybody who's been ringing in. You can always hit me in the DMs with that information. What you think joy is, what you think the difference between joy and happiness is. Is joy unconditional? There's some big questions around joy that we're trying to get to this week. So we're going to get into the Great Joy Hint. And we're going to talk to the Dalai Lama and George Lucas.
This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns. Go. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off.
Very purpose of our life, I usually describe.
Oh, I think I did the thing again. Where I didn't share the audio. Come on, share the audio, man. Share the audio. All right, give me 1 second here. Let me get my share screen back up. Here he is, the Dalai Lama, y'all.
Very purpose of our life, I usually describe happiness. Reason, the future, even this afternoon, what will happen, do not know. In future, no guarantee, but our life based on hope. Even present some difficulties, still with hope, our life remain. If someone completely lost hope, then that very mental attitude shorten their life. And worst case, even suicide may take place. So therefore, hope means something good. Therefore, a purpose of our life, I usually telling people, happiness is our the real meaning of our life. Now, happiness, the materialistic way, happiness only sensorial level. Seeing something nice, hearing some beautiful music, and taste, and smell, and touch, including sex. These are materialistic happiness, materialistic level happiness. These are short, not long-lasting happiness. Long-lasting happiness must develop on mental level. Now in this country, one part of Sangha philosophy and then Jain philosophy, Buddhist philosophy, no creator, rather self-creation. So therefore, the concept of karma also come. Everything depends on your own action. Positive action, virtuous action bring good. Harmful, sinful action bring suffering. That depends on motivation. So in this country, over 3,000 years, already examined the ultimate source of happiness, not external, but here. Not sensorial level, but mental level. So practice of shamatha, practice of vipassana come. So therefore, and you see, these things originally come from religious text. Now we should take now these things as an academic subject, not a religious subject.
Man, I love that he was talking about moving it from the religious texts into the academic subjects. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to make this into an academic subject, y'all. And then I think it's tight that like Nipsey Hussle and the Dalai Lama are talking about the same thing as far as karma goes and as far as the energy moving. So that was super helpful. And again, the Dalai Lama saying that happiness is the point of life. That's the whole purpose. That's the whole reason why we're here. And I think I vibe with that for joy. I think joy is the purpose for why we're here. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the overall reason for life. I definitely vibe with the Dalai Lama there. So we've heard from Nipsey. We've heard from the Dalai Lama. Let's hear from George Lucas, y'all. I'll bet you some of us didn't know, myself included, that George Lucas was all about some happiness. He's got a happiness project going on. I just knew Star Wars. So yeah, let me share this. He's got some really cool thoughts on happiness as they relate to joy. Again, it's a weird thing because certain people use the word happiness, certain people use the word joy. They use them kind of interchangeably at times, so it's a little bit different than I was thinking about it. But we're just here parsing definitions, y'all. So if you have any thoughts on it in the meantime, in between time, you want to drop in the comments. What is joy? What does joy look like for you? We'll get to recount some joy here in a quick second. But yeah, here's George Lucas with What is Happiness?
Of one thing I discovered along the way is that several speakers have talked about happiness, and I've discovered along the way that happiness, you live in two worlds here. Happiness is pleasure and happiness is joy. It can be either one. You add them up and it sort of falls under the uber category of happiness. Pleasure is short-lived. It lasts an hour, lasts a minute, lasts a month. And it peaks and then goes down. It peaks very high. But the next time you want to get that same peak, you have to do it twice as much. It's like drugs. You have to keep doing it because it insulates itself, no matter what it is, whether you're shopping, whether you're, engaged in any other kind of pleasure, that all has the same quality about it. On the other hand is joy, and joy is the thing that doesn't go as high as pleasure in terms of your emotional reaction, but it stays with you. Joy is something you can recall. Pleasure, you can't. So the secret is that even though it's not as intense as the pleasure, the joy will last you a lot longer. And people who get the pleasure, they keep saying, well, if I can just get richer and get more cars, you'll never relive the moment you got your first car. That's it. That's the highest peak. Yes, you can get 3 Ferraris and a new Gulfstream jet, and maybe you'll get close. But you have to keep going. And eventually you run out. You just can't do it. It doesn't work. So if you're trying to sustain that level of peak pleasure, you're doomed. It's a very American idea, but it just can't happen. You just let it go. Peak, great. Pleasure is fun. It's great. But you can't keep it going forever. Just accept the fact that it's here and it's gone. And maybe again, it'll come back and you'll get to do it again. Joy lasts forever. Pleasure is purely self-centered. It's all about your pleasure. It's about you. It's a selfish, self-centered emotion that's created by a self-centered motive of greed. Joy is compassion. Joy is giving yourself to somebody else or something else. And it's a kind of thing that is, in its subtlety and lowness, much more powerful than pleasure. If you get hung up on pleasure, you're doomed. If you pursue joy, you will find everlasting happiness. So with that, I'm gone. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yo, you hear the man. You hear the man, George Lucas. Really really deep. I like the way that he was talking about how one peaks higher but doesn't last as long. I think I heard somebody say yesterday, I forget who it was, that was talking about pleasure is an inch deep and a mile wide, and joy is a mile deep and a mile wide, right? So just that they come from deeper places. So y'all, any thoughts on any of that, any of the joy? Nipsey, the Dalai Lama, George Lucas. We'll be studying over here. It's been a week of studying the joy. So, at this point, I see a few people joining us on the live stream. We're going to ask that question we ask every day, y'all.
This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off.
Where's your joy at, y'all? Where is your joy at? Tell me where your joy is coming from. What are you thankful for this morning? as I've been thinking about joy and how it relates, joy coming from the inside, joy being an inside job, where happiness kind of comes from external stimulation, and things from outside, where, one of the things I'm the most joyful for is like honesty and authenticity. It's been a long process to be the most authentic that I can be with myself and with others in my life, and to have these like honest relationships, first with self and then with everyone else in my life. So that's like a big it's a big spot where my joy is coming from lately. Being able to have these conversations with y'all starts with being able to have these conversations with myself. So that's where a lot of my joy is coming from today. Authenticity and honesty. My joy is also coming from my external. My happiness is coming from the fact that it's Friday, y'all. I got my house clean yesterday, so it's super comfy up in here right now. I might shoot a cribs episode a little later. Where's your joy coming from? If you are watching on the live stream, tell me where your joy is coming from. You cannot get up here right now because you are going to be a hot mess. I already know your paws are super muddy. So where's your joy coming from, y'all? Chime in. Tell me in the comments where your joy is coming from. What are you thankful for? We do this every day, usually in the 10 o'clock hour, not the 11 o'clock hour, but sometimes they just be like that. You know what I mean? I was trying to decide who I was going to have on as a guest, and decided why not have Nipsey, the Dalai Lama, and George Lucas. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, tell me where your joy is at. How you feeling? Y'all vibing with this? I made this last night. Some new. Playing around with some new sounds. Where's your joy at? Where's your joy at? Huh? Where's your joy at? What are you thankful for today? I'm also thankful for the way that people tune into this program. I get hits as people are commenting throughout the day. Nobody may comment in the morning, and then throughout the day, someone will watch it a little later and then tune in. I love that. And I'll be tuning in with them because I get all the notifications for the comments. So, it's like being able to do the show all day. And the fact that people are like checking in for it, I definitely hear back from people that are like, yo, I started at a 5 and I got to a 7 by the time we were done. And, just this idea of, getting it in, turning it into a practice. For me, I'm also really thankful for this project because it keeps me on my joy hunting rituals. I have to be like doing my own rituals in order to be like hosting the show. You know what I mean? So really thankful for the accountability of doing this show every day, and touching base with y'all. How y'all feeling? Where's your joy at? Where's your joy at? I can't tell if I can't see comments or if I'm not getting any comments this morning. I think I'm not getting any comments this morning. I think it's because it's 11 on a Friday and y'all are either out like enjoying the weather somewhere or you're at work. You know what I mean? I think that's a big part of it this morning. But I'm going to leave this up for whoever sees this throughout the day. If you need it, maybe there's a little gem in there from Nipsey, the Dalai Lama, or George Lucas for you. And I'm going to spend this weekend doing a little more joy hunt research, and I think we might start at the first and like run through what the chapters are going to be of this book starting on Monday. We'll see. I may come back tomorrow just to, who knows, have a little fun. Also, I believe, I see it dinging. Somebody loves me. There we go. Cheryl loves me. Yeah, I mean, all three of those were just really good messages that I was like, yo, I got so much out of these. I wanted to share them with y'all. And on Fridays, we share other people's messages. It can't always just be me talking to you all the time. We usually do this broadcast. I try to do it as close to 10 a.m. as I can. I also don't make myself get up early if I don't feel like getting up early, because that's not joyful. So usually somewhere between 10 and 11 o'clock. Today we started at 11 because I was having all kinds of technical issues with StreamYard. They were tripping a little bit. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'm at work, but listen during. Hey, thanks for tuning in. We're gonna make this into a podcast as well. We're gonna take some of the episodes where we have guests, like when we have Paul Willis in this week, and we are gonna turn those into a podcast. I believe is the plan. Got an amazing guest. Manushi is gonna be through on Monday morning. She does a lot of incredible work as far as like the mental health field in Sacramento, activist field. She's an entrepreneur. She's just really dope all the way around. So we're going to talk to her about joy on Monday, and going to spend the weekend doing a little work around the house, getting ready for Masked Up, working with the team for that live stream. If you are looking for community health news, come and find us on a Monday night at 8:08. Man, I just want to thank y'all for tuning in. As per always, it gives me a lot of joy to be working with y'all, and helping you cultivate your joy. You know what I'm saying? So, can y'all hear this little dog trying to like jump up on me right now? Like, can you just leave me alone? Can you just leave me alone? Oh my God, so much. All right, y'all. I think we're on our way out. I think I'm gonna take this one and go let her loose in the jungle of the backyard, or something. Can you not do that in the microphone? All right. It's been fun. Another episode down with Nipsey, George Lucas, and the Dalai Lama. Where else are you going to get that kind of lineup, y'all? I'm just saying. Enjoy your day. Go hunt your joy. Find your joy. We are actually broadcasting on YouTube at the same time right now. Yeah, this goes out to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So yeah, y'all keep hunting that joy. Feel free to get at me in the comments, get at me in the DMs. Tell me where your joy is coming from today. I am going to figure out what this little monster is trying to do. And, as per always, I'm Andrew Defy, and I love you, and you can't do shit about it.
This how God works. Play my position, what is given with no concerns. Set it off. Top of the morning, I'm gonna set it off.